Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Stardrive episode 5, and let's get right into it here. So last time we left off, we had built our subspace projectors and set up a couple more here on some of the colonies that we had grabbed in these other places. We've got Squeezer, we grabbed up KC Gray sometime last time, which is good. And yeah, so things are looking pretty swell actually. I'm gonna go right here into the taxes real quick. I want to reduce this back down to 25, which is where I had it when I started the game off. Your taxes directly affects your production, so if you lower tax rate a little bit, then things will build a little bit quicker, and that's what we definitely need. Is some of these ships that we have waiting to be built to get built up for these fleets, and we should also have. Let's see. Make sure all of these are set to core. See, some of them aren't. We should also have some construction ships getting built. It looks like in Tor here. And that'll help wrap up our subspace projectors, our little space highway we're putting up. And so I think the plan this episode is we definitely got to start looking at going to war with the Opteris. They've got a lot of planets here in my systems, which I don't like. I believe I can get the Polyps to join us, so that shouldn't be an issue. We're actually going to contact them right now. Discuss. Let's see. Maybe negotiate. An alliance. I'd like to do an alliance. Let's send offer. Yes, okay. So now we're in an alliance with the Polyps. Fantastic. I like that a lot. So we've got that. And they've actually got an artifact here. What's their artifact? The ecstasy crystals. This shard of crystal induces in its viewer an intense feeling of emotional and physical joy. The profits that could be made off of controlling access to this crystal are enormous. Provides plus 10 credits per turn to its controller. Okay, that's not that bad, but it's definitely not the greatest. Spice of the Sleeper. Just a taste of this very valuable spice will awaken the sleeping mind. The effect, however, is short-lived. Provides a 10% bonus to Empire-wide research and a 10% bonus to the combat strength of ground troops. The Opteris does not have any artifacts. The United Federation has the Palanquian Crystal, which this crystal appears perfectly spherical upon first glance. However, upon closer inspection, it is revealed to be infinitely faceted at all levels of magnification. But even more astonishing is that these facets reflect images of distant places, possibly of all places everywhere. We can only begin to utilize this device for practical purposes. Provides a 25% bonus to the censure range of its possessor, and we're the only ones that actually have 2 artifacts, and we've got the plus 50% population growth, which is massive, and then provides a 10% bonus or provides a 10% empire-wide production bonus, which was the nano collective controller. So overall, I think we've definitely got the better artifacts. And now we can kind of see the Polyps over here. Since we're in alliance with them, we can see all of their ships. So they've got lots of transports going on and about delivering food, which reminds me, that's something I definitely need to get, is more freighters. Look at that. I don't have hardly any. Your fleet is in much better condition now. Okay, so they're complimenting us, I guess. I'm going to take that as a compliment. Let's definitely get some more freighters queued up, but why don't we get them queued up in, where is a good, what do we got for production? One of these. They're all really producing food. Doc's World produces, has some pretty good production and fertility, but definitely a good production. So it looks like Doc's World's actually producing transports already. Let's get a few more transports there. I think that's a good idea. And then something I want to do this episode is I want to go through and design a bomber. I could build it out of the freighter hull, which I've done in the past, as you've probably seen in, floating around on some of my designs. I built like a bomber out of the freighter just to kind of test what it would look like. I could build it out of the Corvette. Tactical nuclear bomb bay. Interesting. Freighter would probably do it. Why don't we build a bomber out of a freighter? But I should already have one built. Let me see if I can find it. Right there, bomber. So let's load that up. I might need to change this up a little bit because I built this back when I had no idea what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing, but... So as you can see here, since I haven't really gone over the screen much, you can kind of attach things here and there and whatnot and get rid of things as well. Let's just go through and kind of get rid of everything on here. We'll restart so you can see what it's like. But that kind of gave you a general overview. So we want this to be a bomber. I think one bomb is going to be perfectly fine. For what these all mean here. So the E is for engine. The I is for inside. The O is for outside. And then the IO is for inside or outside. Your ship always needs a couple of things right off the bat. So there's things that you actually have to have on the ship. That's obviously going to be... we need a cockpit. So we'll put a cockpit just somewhere up here, which is fine. And we need power. So we need a power plant, some type of power plant. Let's go for a medium nuclear power plant. And you can see what that powers actually. So everything that's kind of around it that changes color, that's what it actually powers. So we'll actually put it down here so we can make sure we power our engines. And then if for some reason it didn't reach up here, we could actually connect power conduits and make it reach. But since it does reach, I'm not going to worry about that. We'll put our bomb down right here in the center, maybe. No. Restrictions are O or IO only. Really, but I had it connected to a I position, so how did I mess that up? Did I have it right there? I must have had it right there. I kind of want to go back and look at it, but I won't worry about it now. So, medium nuclear reactor, I guess we'll put it right there. Actually, it'll have to go right there. Cockpit. I don't have a whole lot of engines, only small warp engines, so we'll put small warp engines on it. You can see all of your stats over here. I think if I go small engines, I get a sublight speed of 608. If I go small warp engines, 417, so not as fast, but I'll stick with that. This doesn't have to be too crazy. We could put some fuel cells on here. Give it a nice range. Pretty sure we have to have some ordnance. But I don't know which ordnance it needs. Or small cargo hold ordnance. Okay. Is this just a larger one? Oh, it is. Oh my goodness. Okay, I see then. I see how that works. No, that's not what that was. It was a power plant, medium nuclear reactor, right there. Okay, that's fine. We can just do the small ordnance, I believe. So if we look over here, ordnance capacity is 20, ammo time is 40. There we go. Ordnance capacity of 70. Now the big thing we definitely want is armor. Let's go with internal bulkhead for here. And small steel armor like this. So basically these just protect your ship from, obviously it's armor, it protects your ship from, getting shot out of the, or shot down or whatever, blown up. If it's all, each round that hits your ship can damage certain components on your ship. And if a round gets through and hits your reactor, it'll blow your whole ship up. And really it's just based off of, I just noticed that doesn't have any power, so I gotta fix that. It's based off of pure chance that a round could go through and hit your nuclear reactor and such. So a round could just strike right here or something and hit the nuclear reactor, and this ship could just absolutely blow up, and that would be that. So ships can just randomly be blown up at any time. So you want to make sure you protect this, but sometimes even protecting it's not going to save it. And we'll overwrite my other design since it was kind of crappy. And so now we've got our bomber design. If I go into here, it should be there maybe. If I actually see, I saved it, so it should be good now. And we don't need that, so let's exit out of here. Let's see if I actually have the bomber now, because it's not showing up there, but I think it was showing up in my Empire screen if I was going to build it. I don't want to build it there, and these places are working on stuff right now. So I don't really know what to build it on. I guess Tor, I guess I'll have to build it on Tor. I'll just cancel a couple of these. Move this up. And let's build... Here's my bomber design right there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, that reminds me too, I want to get a fleet set up that's particularly for the bomber. So let's set up our second fleet here, and we're actually going to call this our bomber fleet. Oop. There we go, bomber fleet it is. Let's grab up our bombers here. Ah, crap, I did it again. There we go. Alright, bomber fleet. We'll have... This will be just strictly bombers, nothing else. They don't have to be in any particular pattern, necessarily. So, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's do 17, 18, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 18. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. So I already queued up a bunch of them. Order 19. Did I miss? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, I think I miscounted. I'm pretty sure they're all here. Okay. Can we actually set different orders for these? Because I've got them set to what? Alright, let's do this. Okay, I guess I can't really hover over these and see what they do. And now I can't even get it to select anything at all. Okay, well, that's our bomber fleet. I've already got a bunch of them being built, so I'll just let that kind of be for a second. Oh, I don't think I saved it. Oh, boy. Fleets. Oh, yep, it did save. Okay, save design. Let me just make sure it's actually... Okay. Oh, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I accidentally hit the key for recording, or that I have set up to start my recording software or stop it, and sometimes I do that. But yeah, you didn't really miss anything. I got the bomber fleet set up and ready to go, so we're going to add all of those bombers I have queued up to be built to that fleet shortly enough. Thinking we may speed up the game just a little bit, just to get things moving along. Well, as of right now, I don't have things moving along very much. This fleet's almost finished. Why don't we get them actually down here in our home system, since they're going to kind of defend us, or be somewhat of a defense for us. If I actually go into the fleet screen here, we've got our core fleet, which I would like to rename, but I don't really know what to rename them. I definitely want to rename them something. Let me see. Why don't we rename them the... Where'd they go? Let's rename them... Is it not going to let me name them now? They're just not going to have any name forever and ever? Okay, somehow that happened. Now these guys have no name. Okay, so they're going to be no name. I don't really know how I managed to do that. But now I cannot name these guys. It won't even let me... It won't even let me select a name there. Can I load a design? No. That's extremely disappointing. I was going to name them something really cool. I could potentially disband the fleet, I guess. But, alright, well, they're going to be the no names now. I guess I messed that up somehow. That makes me really upset. These guys are getting way too close to me. I do want to go to war with Opteris soon. I wonder if there's some way I can see the way they're... Can I see how they are doing? Total planets 21. Total starship 63. 2,400 in their treasury. Maintenance cost 56. Total spies 9. Population 73 billion. They're a trade partner with the United Federation. The Polyps, they have a non-aggression pact. They're all devoted, they're trade partners. Non-aggression pact with the Polyps. Interesting. They have a non-aggression pact and trade with the Polyps as well. Trade partners with everybody else. 40.6 billion. Total planets 16. Total starships 25. Wow, the Polyps are really up there with 116. I'm at 85. I'm not doing that bad. Who are we going to go to war with then? I still think the Opteris is definitely the option. Now with my no name having fleet. Maybe a reload of the save will help do that, help fix that, but I don't really want to... Well, I guess we haven't done anything yet. That's fine, it's whatever. Not a big deal. Let's get one more fleet set up. A third fleet, and then we'll definitely... Then I promise we will go to war. But let's get one more fleet definitely set up. We'll go for a little bit different of a setup this time. We're going to go with flak, like this. A little bit organized with some Vulcan fangs on the outside. And then some Vulcan fangs in the front. I'm definitely going for the bigger fleets than most people. Some more Vulcan fangs in the front. I really like this screen a lot though. Oh, could I always do that? Okay, and then we'll go with our flak on the side, inboard. And our Vulcan fangs on the outboard. And then corvettes. Like that. And then why don't we put some corvettes like that? There we go. Yeah. Build everything. Build it all. There we go. We can see it's all, most of it's getting built at Docks World. Must be a good planet then. To be able to produce everything. Alright, first fleet is in position. No named fleet is chilling out up here in the Blackbox system. Enemies sabotage production in Tor. The Polyps are inside one of my systems. That really sucks. And I really want that planet as well. Pretty much every planet that can be occupied is occupied. Alright, Opteris. I think it's about time we danced. I don't know what you have to say about it, but I'm thinking that's definitely got to be the case. Let's, move. Not the first fleet. Give me the first fleet. Nope, I want you to... What am I doing here? I want the first fleet to stay here. Okay, I guess that is the first fleet. First fleet's massive now. Third fleet's getting built. Our core fleet, I want to move into this system. That's weird. Is that the... So the third fleet's... Okay, I see how it's getting big. Ah, man, the first fleet's massive. We're going to start putting ourselves... getting ourselves in position for war. The frigate was just designed. Let's take a look at the research screen real quick. We're going for energy shielding next, then biospheres, then shipyards. And I would like to get mercantilism and privatization next. Okay, moving in our friggin' no-name fleet there. That's not where I want him to go. I want him to go into this system. As we line ourselves up for war. And then go into the fleets screen real quick and grab up our bomber fleet. And ships in design 18, slots to fill 18. I guess we're just going to order a bunch of these ships to be built, even though I have some of them somewhere's in here. Where are my bombers? Weren't they getting built here? They are. They were. Okay, we'll just cancel up these ones since I've got them all queued up now, and let's have this build up troops. So I'm going to need troops for war. Troops, and then a couple more small transports. Like so. Alright, and we are out of time, so we're going to leave this episode off here, but the plan next time is to go to war with the Opteris, so hopefully it's not a mistake, and I don't get my ass kicked, but my plan is to have the bomber built up, and I'm just going to kind of bomb their planets into oblivion, at least the planets I don't think I can capture with my troops. And yeah, we've got our first fleet getting formed up here, third fleet getting put together, our no-name fleet going on, so that's pretty good. Alright, but like I said, we are out of time. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time.